Welcome to Mr. Smith and Brother Blues In, the Between Cousins show. I'm Mr. Smith.
And I'm Brother Blues In. How you doing today, my cousin?
Pretty good. It's early, but it's bright. Let's get it. Let's get it. Let's get it.
On this Thanksgiving week. Um yeah, so we had a the last episode we did went over your scan.
Yes.
So today what I want to do is I want to go over a protocol to kind of help with I guess managing some of the stuff and rebalancing some of the energies and stuff.
Okay.
And it's customized. This is customized to you. Now, this is something that I do with all my clients. Some of the stuff will be very similar. Like we're going to do a start off with a guided meditation at the beginning, and then go into some movements, physical movements for the energies. Um, you'll find some of the stuff is kind of universal that it's like I use over and over because I use it for myself. But then I'm going to add different pieces that I think would be necessary to some things that we picked up in your reading.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah. That sounds good.
So with that said, let's go ahead and get started. Let me get set up, get the music going, and let's get to our meditation spots. Right. Let's go ahead and find a comfortable position. You can either sit, kneel. You can sit in half lotus. You could sit in crisscross applesauce, whatever you're comfortable with, or you can actually sit on a chair with your feet on the ground and your back straight. Um, Taking a deep breath. Slowly, as you're breathing out, start to close your eyes. Taking another breath and breathe out comfortably. Now picture at the base of your spine a pipe, a string, a rope, roots, whatever you want to call it. I like to picture a pipe myself and picture this pipe going from your tailbone into the earth. And as it goes into the earth, it goes deep, deep, deep into the earth. And it hits the core of the earth. This is a grounding line. So you're going to take this line and you're going to, it may be a small pipe right now, but I want you to expand it across the back of the hips and waist. That way you can take more energy out that needs to be removed. Now, I want you to imagine a switch. This switch has an on and off option on it. I want you to turn it on. And so what you're doing is you're turning on this grounding line. As you turn this on, you would notice energy starting to flow down the back into this grounding line and starts removing any rocks and blocks, emotional traumas, and just thoughts that you've been having start to just flow down this grounding line. And as they go down this grounding line, they get transmuted and they get sent back to where they belong. Just sit with this grounding line for a few breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Deep breath in and breathe it out. Now, imagine you have some spiritual hands. And with these hands, you're going to reach down by your feet and you're going to focus on the right foot right now. You're going to grab earth energy and start bringing it up right leg. This energy will start to flow up the leg, into the foot, into the ankle, and then to the knees, and at the hips. And once it gets to the hips, it starts to go down the grounding line. Now let's do the same thing with the left foot or left leg. Your spiritual hands grab earth energy, pull it up into the left leg, to the ankles, into the knees, and into the hips, and then down the grounding line. So what we're doing is we're flowing the river, we're removing emotional rocks and blocks from the legs. And I'll just let this take a few breaths and let this flowing start to remove stuff that no longer serves you. Breathing in and breathing out. Now, with the spiritual hands, reach above your head, start to gather purple heaven energy. And you're going to take it and you're going to put it into the top of the crown of the head. This energy is going to flow down the back of the spine to the waist. And once it gets to the waist, it's going to go down the grounding line. What this is doing is as you're removing emotional rocks and blocks, it's replacing it with fresh, positive heaven energy. Now this heaven energy begins to go from the waist to the front of the body at the root chakra. And as it does this, it grabs the earth energy with it and begins to weave up the front of the body. And it weaves through each chakra, going through the root, into the sacral, into the solar plexus, into the heart, into the throat, to the brow, and then once it reaches the crown chakra, it will split off and go to both sides of you. Earth energy goes to the right, heaven energy goes to the left, and they meet below your feet. And this gives you this bubble of energy that surrounds the body. This energy becomes like this orangish energy. It's a mix of the purple and yellow energies. Taking a breath and breathe it out. One more deep breath while these energies are flowing. Breathing in and breathing out. Now I want you to imagine in front of you there's a little orb, maybe the size of a golf ball, or it could be basketball, whatever size you want to make it, but just a little light orb in front of you. And then to mirror it, there's one right behind you. And they're right around the heart chakra area. And I would say about 3 feet away from you. Now I want you to imagine 2 more orbs, one to the right of you, one to the left of you, about 3 feet away, right at the heart chakra level. And then I want you to imagine an orb right on top of you and below you, going straight through the center of the body. Now I want you to extend energy from your heart chakra to the orb in front of you and in the back of you, just like a line. And do the same thing with the ones to the right and left of you. And the same thing, I want you to connect the heart to the one on the top of you and below you. Now connect the top, the orb right above you, Now that it's getting energized from the heart chakra, I want it to connect to all 4 chakras right below it, the ones that are right in front of you, behind you, to the right and to the left of you. And I want you to do the same thing with the orb below you. It is going to connect to all 4 chakras, or all 4 orbs that are surrounding you. And so they are all connected. This is an octahedron. What this does is it protects your energy and keeps negative energy outside of your energy field, and gives you the control to allow specific energies in and allow your specific energies out. Let's just sit as we charge up this octahedron. Taking a deep breath. And breathe it out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay, so now we're grounded. We have our energies flowing. We have our protective octahedron. Now I want you to imagine above your head, maybe 3, 4, 5 feet above your head, a big ball of light. This ball of light is your energy. This is your energizer. This is where you get your source energy from. What I want you to do is to add in any attributes that you feel that you need, whether it's confidence, whether it's joy, whatever it is you want more in your life. Just add it. And as you're adding all these attributes, notice that the light starts to get a little bit brighter and bigger. And then once you are done, I want you to imagine this ball of light to start to slowly come down towards your head. And it starts to enter your body through the crown. And starts to go down the back of the neck. And as it goes down through the body, it starts to incorporate itself into all the cells of the body. Going down the shoulders, all the way down to the elbows and the hands, down the cervical spine, down the thoracic spine, down through lower back, into the hips, down to the knees, to the ankles, and through the toes. And this energy starts to come out of the extremities through the fingers and the toes, and starts to mix with that energy that we are already surrounded with. Taking a deep breath. Breathe it out. Just breathe normally for a few seconds, allowing this energy to incorporate itself into your body and become you, because it is you. All these attributes that you added, they are you. They exist in you. They just need to be turned on. And you need to recognize them yourself. That they've never been missing. They've always been a part of you. Just you. Your awareness did not allow you to feel them and to see them and to recognize that you You are confident. You are joyful. You are happy. Whatever attribute you threw in there, you are them. You just have to choose it. Take in another deep breath. As you breathe out, start to come back to your sitting spot. Start to slowly open your eyes. Feeling refreshed and ready to move on to the next. Do a little bit of movement. Okay, let's start with shaking the 9 gates. So we're going to go ahead and get the hands shaking. Kind of get the feet and legs. We want to kind of kick that stuff out. So the idea of shaking the 9 gates, the main idea is that you want to get all the blood flowing to the heart and then heat coming out to the extremities, the hands, the feet, and keep the head cool. So now we're going to start coming up on our toes and just dropping. Let's do a couple where we're just feeling what it feels like. Just let the body drop. Nice and slow. And then slowly we'll start to speed this up. And start to go a little bit faster, just kind of tapping so you can see my heels, I'm coming up to the balls of my feet, and then my heels are hitting the ground. And you can do this whatever your pace, find your pace, just kind of let the body drop. We're just going to shake it side to side. So the 9 gates are the wrist, the elbow, the shoulder, the cervical, the thoracic, and the lumbar spine, the hip, the knee, and the ankles. As we come up, these gates open, and as we come down, they close. So it's like we're shaking the gates. The other thing we're doing here is we're activating and pumping the 3 hearts. So you have the heart, the diaphragm, which brings in oxygen and other minerals from the air, puts it into the bloodstream, and pumps blood into the organs. And then you have the calves, which are basically pumping blood up the legs all the way up into the heart. So all your lower extremities have blood flow. So we're going to do this for a couple more breaths. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. One more breath in, and then we're just going to drop it. Just kind of sit with that energy. I like to, my hands get very staticky, and it feels like I have like a big magnet ball of chi in my hands. Breath in and breathe it out. All right, next exercise is dragon twist his whiskers. So we're just going to turn at the waist and kind of allow the arms to go where they're going to go. Don't try to force the arms. Use the waist, the twist at the waist to move them. While we're doing this, what we're going to do, because right now is metal season, we're going to actually start working with the metal, the meridian. So we're going to make a fist and kind of like a knuckle. You're going to take this knuckle and you're going to want to tap it right along the, I guess the clavicle is what that's called, or the collarbone. And it's along 1 and 2 is right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to activate the lungs, and then on the back, the hand that's spinning on the back is going to hit the kidneys, so we're going to activate the kidneys at the same time. So again, twist, tap, and tap. Twist the other side. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Same movement. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more breath in. And breathing out. So next we're going to tap kidney 25, which is right on the collarbone. This is the one that's on the collarbone, so we're going to tap each one. Same motion, except now we're bringing the arms above us, tapping. So we want to get the blood flow down the arms, but at the same time, we want to get our kidney going. We have been tapping the kidney in the back, but this activates the meridian itself. And go at your own pace. You don't have to go as fast as me. Right? Go slow. Speed it up. Just going to get a couple more of these. And we're going to do one more meridian while we're here. And last one. So now what we're going to do is we're going to actually tap and activate the liver meridian. So liver meridian ends here, so it starts at the big toe, on the inside of the big toe, and comes up and comes out. So what we're going to do is we're going to tap right below the breastbone. So we're going to twist it, tap right below the breastbone. That way we get the liver going here. So I know we started with the metal. But it's good to get these three because so the lungs, the liver, and the kidneys all are part of our body's Wei Qi field, our immune system, removing, processing emotions, processing food, right? Activating heat in the body, cooling the body off, and a lot of the body regulation stuff. But the main thing is those three are our Qi centers. They're what build the Qi in our body, produce it. So we want to activate those in the morning. Slowly come out of the winding. All right, so now we've got everything. Hands should be warm. Body should be a little warm. And in most cases, so when you go to do this on your own, the shaking the 9 gates, I do recommend 2 to 3 minutes to really build up some heat. I think we did about a minute and a half, but 2 to 3 minutes, build up some heat. You can jump if you feel like you can jump eventually, or you can just drop. It's also called rebounding, I believe. So next exercise. So our meridians, we want to activate all the meridians and get them flowing correctly. So our yang meridians, the ones that are on the arm, are on the outside of the arm, are the yang meridians, and they come in, and the yin meridians come out of the arms. So we're going to start left arm, and we're going to scrub up to the shoulder and down the front of the hand. Up. Let's do this 9 times. 6, 7, 8, and 9. Next one, do the same thing with the other arm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now we're going to do the ones on the legs. So we're going to have all of our yang meridians come down the back of the legs, the side of the legs, and the front of the legs. We're going down the back. The yin meridians come up the inside of the leg. So we're going to go down the back of the legs, come over to the inside of the legs, and scrub up the inside of the legs. We'll do that 3 times. Back of the legs, down, up the inside of the legs, down the back of the legs, up the inside of the legs. Now we're going to go down the side of the legs. up the inside, down the side, up the inside, and then down the side, and back up the inside. And then we'll go down the front of the legs and up the inside of the legs, down the front, up the inside, and then down the front, and up the inside of the legs. So then when we get to the hip, I want you to scrub up. So what we're doing is we're building energy in our ileococcal and the Houston valves. Those help with digestion, and releasing, I guess, fluids and stuff into the intestines to help remove stuff out. And then just for good measures, I always like to, if you can put the hands, if not, put the back of your palms, or not the palms, but the forehands on your kidneys, and just scrub the kidneys. A little kidney scrub. That always kind of feels good. Okay, next movement. This is called connecting heaven and earth. So we're going to breathe in, breathe out, rubbing the hands. And we're going to take your right hand and you're going to push it up, palm up, and you're going to take the left hand, push the palm down, and breathing in. And then breathe it out and scrub the hands. And then take the left hand up, right hand down, breathing in. And breathe it out. Breathe it 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 in. And breathe it out. A couple more times. Breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in. And breathing out. One more time each side. Breathing in. Right hand up, left hand down. And breathe it out. Breathing in. And breathing out. Okay. Along the same lines of that theme, let's go ahead and, so we worked on meridians. What we were just doing there is we were connecting heaven energy and earth energy, because that's what man is a connection of heaven and earth. So let's go ahead and work with our auric field. I know that was something that came up on your scan, was the big field, and I think it was vertical, and some movement and other stuff were in there. So what we're going to do the same thing, except this time we're going to breathe in, scrubbing the hands. You're going to take your hands, put them on your shoulder, and then you're going to swipe out, making figure eights all around the front of your body. Breathing out. Then once you get to the bottom, you're going to fluff the energy towards you, coming up and bring it down the body. I like to go all four directions, at least in a circle around me. So breathing in. Hands on shoulders and figure eights. Fluff it up. Down the body. Breathing in. Hands on shoulders and figure eights. Front of the body. Fluff it up. Down the body. One more time. Breathing in. And on shoulders and figure eights in front of the body. And fluff it up. Bring it down the Tai Chi ball. All right, do the last, well, this is the last exercise. We're also going to do some chi breathing along with this. So let's go ahead, and this is called the small cosmic circle, or should I say, guiding the golden chi ball through the small cosmic circle and the large cosmic circle. So the two cosmic circles are, the small one is the upper body. So we're going to take this chi ball, bring it up the back and over the front of us. And then we're going to add in the large cosmic circle, which is the legs, and we're going to take this chi ball down the back of the legs and then up the front of the body. So now just put the hands in front of you as if you're holding like a ball. And so you're going to take this ball, bring it to the back of the waist, and you're going to breathe in up the back and breathe down the front. Breathe in up and down the front. Cross at the waist, breathe it up the back, down the front. This time you're going to cross at the waist and you're going to breathe it down the back of the legs. Bring the front of the legs, breathe it up. Cross over, breathe it up the back, and breathe it down the front. Cross at the waist, breathe it down the back. Breathe it up the front of the legs. Cross at the waist, breathe it up the back. And breathe it down the front. Cross at the waist, down back of the legs. Breathe it up the front of the legs. Cross at the waist, breathe it up the back. And down the front. Let's go ahead and add in a zip up lockup. So we're going to take our hands and we're going to, or just like if you're pulling the zipper up, and just go with the lower dantian area or the pelvic area, and you're going to breathe in, zipping up to the bottom lip. Let's do that 9 times. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. This time you're going to take the lock it, and throw away the keys. Now let's do the same thing with the back. So we close off the governing vessel. So breathe up the back and breathe it over to the nose. Up the back to the nose, up the back over the head to the nose. 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Throw the key. Now what we're doing is we're closing off our front. So we did a meditation. We have our field and everything, but we still don't want our auric field open. So even with having the octahedron, the auric field could still allow stuff in. So we zip up our conception vessel and zip up our governing vessel. We need those specifically because they power all of the meridians. So let me get a little bit of a music shift here. That way we could do our chi breathing. Okay, so this is called chi breathing. So you want your feet, I'm going to say shoulder length and a half for your body. So what we're going to be doing, if you listen to the music, you hear a bell every 4 seconds. So we're going to be breathing to that bell. So we're going to start off with breathing in, bringing the hands up around us, 1 bell. We're going to breathe the hands in front of us, 1 bell. So as we bring the hands down, we squat, slight squat, breathe up in front of us, breathe it down. Then we're going to breathe in, gathering this big ball of chi to our shoulders or our chest. Hold it there, and then breathe it out, compressing this ball of chi, pushing it down into the lower dantian area. So we'll start this next bell. Breathing in. Keep breathing in. And breathing out. Breathing in, 1 bell. Hold it there for 1 bell. And breathe it out. 2 bells. In 1 bell. Keep breathing in. And breathe it out. 1 bell. Breathing in 1 bell. Gathering the chi. Hold it for 1 bell. And breathe it out for 2. One bell in. Keep breathing in. And breathe it out 1 bell. Breathing in 1 bell. Hold for 1. Out for 2. Now we're going to breathe in for 2 bells. In. Keep breathing in 2 bells. And out 2. In 2. And hold for 2. And out 2. In 2. And keep breathing in. And out 2. In 2. Keep breathing in 2. And out 2. In 2. Keep breathing in. And out 2. And 2. Hold for 2. And out 2. Right. Let's close it out with 3 pull downs. So pull down is basically hands facing each other, and then you're going to pull the arms up with the hands facing the ground, so you're pulling up earth energy. Once you get to your shoulders, you're going to turn the hands and you gather. Keep breathing in, gathering heaven energy, and you're going to pull it down the body. As you're pulling it down the body, you want to look to the left. So pulling in earth energy, breathing in, gathering heaven energy, and pulling it down the body. In. And pulling it down the body. Last one, breathing in. And breathing out. Good. All right. Stop music. Get our gallery views. How you feeling, sir?
Good. Just still working on the breathing and working on just trying to follow the instruction and stuff like that. Couple spots in there, I was getting into it.
Yeah.
So I had to
No,
pay
no, this is
attention.
a yeah, no, this is a good the breathing part. So some of the stuff I've added. I don't know if you had any questions as far as how this correlates with your reading and stuff like that. Um, but
Yeah.
the breathing part. So because and if I give away too much information about you, just let me
Yeah.
know. Just be like, yeah,
Okay.
don't be giving that information out. But you've had the heart transplant. I know we kind of talked about that in our
Yeah.
when we went over your reading. So the breathing is actually really good for that because again, I kind of talked about the three hearts: the heart, the diaphragm, and the calves. So the
Right.
diaphragm, most people don't, including myself. Like most people are very shallow breathers. Um, and so when you're a shallow breather, you're only breathing into the lungs. And so when you just breathe into the lungs, it's kind of like a fight, flight, or freeze, right? So it's more of a
Short, shallow breath. Right.
versus breathing all the way into the what you call it, the diaphragm. So when you're breathing in, and we call it chi breathing because the idea is that you get to a point to where you can no longer breathe in anymore. And at that point, that's when you're, or at least my master teacher tells us, that's when you're breathing in the chi. That's the magic piece of it. Um, I usually when I do this, I get to three. I can comfortably do three bells, but then once I get to four bells, and then I'm sitting there like, get to breathe out, get to breathe out, get to breathe out. Right, you're
Yes.
getting to that
Uh-huh.
point. So, but it's
Hmm.
good to be able to expand the diaphragm and back because the diaphragm is what it kind of compresses the rest of the organs, right? Because the diaphragm sits above everything, kind of everything. And
Right.
so the idea is to breathe all the way into that because that's what actually sends oxygen through the rest of the body, right?
Ah, okay. So you're stretching
So
that and
so
moving
it's
that around.
expanding it,
Right.
and it could be, at least that's how I picture it. I mean, it could be a whole other reason, but that's how I understand it, right?
Right.
And so that piece is, and then that's really good for the heart because one, it's like the one thing that you don't want for the heart is like to be shocked, right? You don't want to have stress, you don't want to have all that stuff on it. This kind of causes the body to go into this, okay, fight, flight, or freeze mode, right? Because you're like, okay, I'm breathing in and I'm holding my breath in here and I'm still breathing it in, and you're just like, oh, what do I do? So
Right.
the body has to respond, and so when you can comfortably start doing this, you'll start to notice that, oh, okay, I'm more relaxed in these situations that I know that are stressful for me, but I'm more relaxed in them,
Right.
right? And
Hmm.
so it causes you to have to do that because there's some other breathing stuff we may do in the winter, for the winter protocol.
Right.
I'm debating because they're a little more advanced type breathing, like holding your breath out and stuff like that. But the chi breathing is just, to me, is perfect. I use it with my athletes. Um, it's helped me to, like, I don't run as much as I would like to, if you know what I'm saying. Like it's like I
Right.
train, but I don't sit there and I don't do like these. I'm gonna run five miles or anything longer than
Heavy
what I need
conditioning
to,
and all that. Right.
and I'm not winded. My
Hmm.
body gets tired before I get winded, and it's
Right.
just from doing this type of breathing. Because when I'm breathing, my breathing is controlled, and so I'm able to do stuff a little bit more. I'm able to go a little bit longer with whatever exercises I'm doing, and it's just I find that it helps me. So
Right. Yeah. And like you said, in those stressful situations or those situations that you have to be alert, it does help to breathe because then you can think, you can get the oxygen that you need to think.
or
So
oxygen to
yeah.
your brain.
Yeah.
But
Uh-huh.
it also, but again, it also takes you out of that, um, being able to get out of your comfort zone because it's uncomfortable when you can't breathe.
Right.
Like it really is uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Um, so, and then the other exercises, I just wanted to get your meridians going. I wanted to work some of the stuff on your, and I don't have it in front of me, but some of the stuff on your BWS scan
Yes.
was like, okay, yeah, we need to focus on that. Lungs, liver, I mean, large intestine was a big one on there.
Yeah.
Um, and the heart, the funny thing, interesting is the heart doesn't ever hasn't come up on there, but your cholesterol levels, your
Yeah.
right, and
Yeah.
that type of stuff comes up on there. So
Pancreas or something. I think
yeah,
pancreas
the
is on there.
pancreas,
Uh-huh.
yeah. I guess we could have done spleen and stuff like that, but it's more the pancreas is just going to come up more because of the blood sugar, right? And you have
Right.
everything kind of regulating that
Right.
anyways. So it's like you kind of so we're not trying to navigate around the medications you're on and the immunotherapy stuff you're taking and navigate around that through an energy perspective. So I figured, activating those um specific meridians, getting your chi
Right.
built and flowing, that actually helps everything else to function correctly, right?
Okay. Yeah, and I also like the kidney scrub. That was
Yeah,
a good
kidney
one.
scrub. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you could use these exercises like, I mean, if you want to do shaking the nine gates and just get up and just do shaking the nine gates for 5 minutes, do shaking the
Right.
nine gates for 5 minutes. Dragon twist whiskers, just twist. That's a really good one for opening the spine and getting the spinal fluid into the spinal fluid pumped into the everything, right? So it's a so all these exercises are really more towards I guess the other part was the movement, right? Movement came up on
Right.
your thing where you need to
Right.
move.
Right.
Um the scrubbing of the meridians, it's just to me, it's just a good idea to just scrub the meridians every day. And then hopefully the meditation is helpful.
Yeah.
Um and I'll get this once I mean, this video will be once it's uploaded, and then you can use it however. I'll send you a copy of it, and we can cut out what you want if you just want the meditation, just the meditation, or in
Yeah.
fact, and then we'll send the audio. So,
Yeah, I'll
any other
probably yeah, just get it so that once it's up on the YouTube, I'll have it on my playlist and I can just click on it and
cool. Any other
go from
questions,
there.
sir?
No, not right off the bat. I
No,
just feel good. It was a good exercise and I feel open and clear, so ready to get my day
nice.
started.
I know. I'm actually on I'm on vacation all week, so I'm like, oh, okay, I'm up early. I'm like, what am I gonna do with my day? It's like
Yep.
I know it's a work 30 for you at this point, right?
Yeah, just in a few, but yeah, it's just one of the things that I'm trying to do each day now is the things that bother me on the small scale, like I should fix that kind of thing.
Mhm.
I'm just taking care of those things
Yeah,
and then
take action, man.
kind of reshaping. So, but yeah, moving forward and trying to knock stuff out every day.
Sounds good, cuz all right, man.
Yes, sir.
I'll let you have at it.
All right, have a great vacation
So
time off and get some rest,
we'll
get some
chat.
healing, and
We'll chat this
exercise.
week. We will definitely chat some more this week. We got
Yep.
some more work to do, and it's Thanksgiving, right? So we'll chat on Thanksgiving.
Right.
So, anyways, I'm Brother Blues in,
I'm Mr. Smith.
and always follow your Zen.